We have fresh CCTV footage now from the night of New Year's of the speeding Baleno that moved down Anjali. The car was caught on camera. CCTV footage has been accessed by your channel here, which shows the car driving at a speed of about 100 kilometers per hour. This is the first time in which you can see the CCTV footage. You can see the car actually speeding. This CCTV has now surfaced. The time is about 2:16 a.m. from 1st of January. Remember, there are 7 accused now in this case, 6 of whom are behind bars. The hunt is on for the 7th accused, who is believed to be the co-conspirator as far as alleged cover-up of the crime is concerned. But this is a new CCTV footage that we have accessed for you here on CNN News 18, which shows the car in question, the car that moved down Anjali, speeding at about 100 kilometers per hour. In the videos that we had accessed for you earlier through this entire week showed the car taking turns on the same stretch of road, driving not at a very high speed. But in this particular video, you can see the car actually speeding at about 100 kilometers per hour. Anshul, my colleague, now joins us for more on this. Yes, Anshul.
So yes, 2 new CCTV visuals have been accessed by CNN News 18 in which it is very clearly visible that the manner in which these people, all these 5 accused were driving that Baleno car was at a very high speed. And in fact, the CCTV visuals that we have managed to access actually shows that it is of 2:16 a.m. right after the accident. And because remember, the accident happened somewhere around 2:05 to 2:08 a.m. is what we have been told. And after that, they sped from there, and they were speeding at about 100 kilometers per hour on the roads of Delhi, on the USD. So yes, another CCTV visual has come to the fore that is again putting the Delhi police on the dog. Such a high-speed car with black mirrors and loud music being played. Even after that, no one was able to get their eyes on this car. So yes, it remains to be seen as to what clarification will the police finally come out with, because yes, the internal investigation is going on at this point in time. But yes, we are still awaiting for that report as to what were the lapses and what were the reasons of these lapses that has been made by the Delhi police in this entire case. And this CCTV visuals also goes on to show that these people were actually drunk, and they were not realizing somehow that something was such below their car. So yes, although the road in which it is traveling is actually a very bumpy road, and even after that they were not stopping their car. So yes, it somewhere shows that they were trying to flee from the spot, and the car at that spot of
We'll try and reconnect with my colleague there, but yet another CCTV footage has now emerged. There are multiple footages that are now going to be key pieces of evidence as far as the investigation goes. In this footage that has now surfaced, which is on your screens, you see Anjali and Nidhi on that two-wheeler at about 7 p.m. Later on, you also see a boy who's seen with the two of them. He's believed to be Anjali's friend. There is a conversation that transpires there, and then both Anjali and Nidhi leave for the Oyo Hotel from where they left at about 1:30 a.m. That video we had shown you, but this is the video much prior to the accident. Anshul continues to be with us as on this broadcast. And Anshul, there are several CCTV footages that are now coming to the fore, and they are going to be key in establishing the sequence of events of what exactly transpired when that night.
So yes, the Delhi police is at this point in time continuing its investigation just to form an exact sequence of events and an exact chain of events as to how did that entire night transpire, and what led to this very scary accident that happened of Anjali. So yes, this CCTV visual is approximately 6 hours, 4 to 5 hours before the accident had actually happened, and it shows that Anjali, Nidhi, and along with a boy, he drops them off, and it is been told that after that, after they are being dropped off, Anjali picks up a scooty and then goes for that party in that hotel. So yes, this entire sequence of events is being tried to be established by the Delhi police. Also, what we have been told that Delhi police is looking for this boy who is in the CCTV visual just to make sure as to what were his businesses at that night that he was with Anjali and Anjali and Nidhi at that night. So yes, the Delhi police at this point in time is trying to piece together the entire sequence of events just to make sure that whenever the charge sheet is filed, they have that exact story to be presented in front of the court, so that all the 5 accused could be incriminated at the earliest. So yes, it remains to be seen what comes out in the next few days. But yes, as of now, the investigation is ongoing, and the Delhi police is very, very confident that they are investigating in the right direction.
Right now, as far as these CCTV footages are concerned, Anshul, we had seen how there was a discrepancy in the time in some of those footages, and that is why there was discrepancy in the timeline that was initially set by the Delhi police as well, to which the Delhi police came out and said that in some of those CCTVs, the time on the DVR was slow, and which is why there seems to be holes in that particular timeline. Has all of that now been fixed? Have the Delhi police been able to put those pieces of evidence together in a sequence of events?
Well, yes, the entire CCTV footage that the Delhi police has collected right now, they have been able to put them in the correct order. They have been able to put them in the correct sequence of events, because yes, the timing in the DVR could vary from time to time, because it is a very local setting that happens on that desk. So yes, the timing could be up and down, but yes, now since all the footages have come to the fore, the Delhi police has now managed to establish the exact route through which Anjali and Nidhi were traveling, and after which the accident happens. And after the accident, they have also been able to establish the entire route through CCTV footages as well, just to make sure that all these 5 accused, in which direction did they go, and once they take out the body from the bottom of the car, after which they actually flee to their residence, because this was what was being told by the accused to the Delhi police. But now the CCTV footage that has come to the fore, it actually clearly shows that after they took out Anjali from below their car, they went ahead and met with other people as well. And after that, they decided to return to their homes. They parked the vehicle in one of the accused houses, and after that, all of them actually flee towards their home, just expecting that nothing untoward is going to happen to them. But yes, the Delhi police was able to track them, although it took a long time for Delhi police, because of the initial arrest that took place was in fact approximately at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. So yes, it took the Delhi police at least 3 to 4 hours to actually figure out as to what was the location of these people and where was the car actually parked. So yes, the entire sequence of events have now been established according to the CCTV footages, and also the statements of all the people who can be seen in this CCTV footage being involved in any way or any manner with the victim or with the accused. All their statements are also being recorded, so that these footages could be corroborated with these statements, and hence the exact sequence of events could be formed and produced in front of the court.
Right, now the CCTV footage has just emerged, Anshul, but the next task for the Delhi police would be to track down this particular person who's seen on that two-wheeler, the man who they are seen talking to. Who exactly is that mystery person? That is going to be the next lead in this case.
Well, definitely. So, Anjali's statements, Nidhi's statements have already been recorded, and there are some discrepancies in these statements as well at this point in time, and that is what the Delhi police is trying to interrogate and fill those loopholes that have been left in her statement. And also, the new person who is being seen in this video, his statement will also be recorded, and the police is at this point in time trying to spot him and trying to figure out that who this person was. And also, Nidhi has been called by the Delhi police today to join in the investigation because of these new footages that has come to the fore. Because during the initial statement, Nidhi had said nothing about where were they before they went to that hotel. So it means that Nidhi was in fact hiding something from the police as well, and that is the reason why Nidhi has today been called by the Delhi police to join into the investigation and to tell them the exact sequence of events as to what transpired before they went into that hotel, and when and where did they meet Nidhi and Anjali meet, and where did they meet this person who can now be seen in this footage. It is being said that the initial information that we are picking up, that the said boy is being said to be a friend of Anjali at this point in time, but yes, that needs to be clarified as to what does the Delhi police comes out and say officially once the statements of Nidhi is recorded by the Delhi police yet again, and Nidhi goes ahead and tells them the sequence of events as to what happened before they went to that hotel. That is going to be very, very crucial now, because yes, this person is also a new piece of evidence, also a new CCTV footage that we saw yesterday that came to the fore, in which all these 5 accused actually stopped at a point, and they talked to a few other people as well. So they are also being interrogated right now. The Delhi police is trying to locate them also at this point in time. So yes, all these people who can be seen connected in any way or any manner to either to the accused or to the victim, all of them would be asked to join the investigation, and the statements would be recorded in front of the police at this point in time.
Yes, and Nidhi was questioned this morning as well. There are several discrepancies, several holes in her testimony. That is also what the police now believes. Anvit, my colleague, also joins us live for more on this. Now, Anvit, there are several new CCTV visuals that are coming out. They are going to be extremely crucial in establishing the timeline. But up until now, we knew that only Anjali and Nidhi were together in the hours prior to the accident, and of course, when the accident actually occurred. But now there is an entry of a third person, a man. Who he is, what is his relation with the two girls, that is going to be the next lead for the investigating agencies.
The man who is seen in this CCTV footage is someone who will link police to the very fact that why had Nidhi and Anjali gone to that hotel in Oyo Hotel, and also help them understand if there was any links of this man with the two men who later joined Nidhi and Anjali at the hotel, or with the occupants of the car. This is crucial because since the beginning of the case, the only question that remains unanswered is that whether it was a deliberate attempt of by the occupants of the car to run over Anjali and to drag her intentionally and kill her. They have before this, police had questioned the two men who had met these women at the hotel. Nidhi's statement has been recorded, and so has been recorded the statement of the occupants of the car. Police have so far not found any connection between any of these people, and they have also come on record and said their call detail records show that at any point in time these people were not in touch with each other. Now this man who is surfaced now, he becomes crucial because he is probably the only one who has been left out. Police are yet to come on record and say whether this man is already in touch with them, have they already zeroed in on him and then have recorded his statement or have asked him to join the investigation, or he is someone who is newly surfaced into this case and will be approached by the police and asked to join and will be summoned to join the investigation. But see, since the very beginning, the time frame of which the police have been trying to stitch together is from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning, 7 p.m. on 31st December till 4 a.m. on January 1st, because 7 p.m. is the time when the hotel staff has told police that these two women had come to the hotel, and then this woman was found at around 4 a.m. in the morning. That is the time frame police is trying to establish sequence in incidents for, and this man will help them start this the sequence, because the CCTV footage is being said to be somewhere around between 6 to 8 p.m. and where he can easily be seen that he is riding the scooter while Nidhi and Anjali are riding pillion on it. So he will be crucial to it to start with how the sequence and how incidents unfolded that night. And he might also, so far as we don't know what the status of this man is, there is a possibility that lead the police to some clues that may help them connect dots to find out whether it was a deliberate attempt or it was totally unintentional, as the men of the occupants of the car had been claiming since the very beginning.
Yes, so what exactly transpired in the hours before, in the run-up to the accident actually taking place? Now, there's another CCTV footage that has also surfaced now, Anvit, in which for the first time perhaps you can see the car actually speeding at about 100 kilometers per hour. Up until now, we had seen in the CCTV footages that had emerged where the car actually was dragging the body along and was going at an extremely slow speed. But this perhaps is the first time when you see the car actually speeding away.
Yeah, the car is quite in speed. We don't know how much, but yes, certainly it is speeding away, whether from the spot or whether it was heading towards the spot. The timing of the CCTV would further confirm, because see, we can't even go by the time that this footage is reflecting, because police have earlier come on record and said that the time of the DVR usually differs from the time of actual incident. They have also earlier made a point that in footages where Nidhi was seen actually reaching home, and when we had raised questions earlier that the footage footage reflects that the time is of prior the accident, which would imply that Nidhi was not with Anjali at the time of incident. Police have come on record saying that DVR was actually 50 minutes slower than the actual time. They have said this for other footages also, and therefore in this case also, unless and until police comes on record and accepts that yes, this is the footage of from post incident, or this is the footage from before the incident, police this is the claim of police, that it is very initial, because this is what they are doing right now, that they are getting all the possible footages from that entire area, from the vicinity of the crime scene and from the hotel and from the place where the body was found, just to piece together how from reaching to the hotel and from finding the body, the unclothed body of Anjali, what led to which incident and what was the actual time of all the incident that unfolded, and to establish the sequence of events.
Right, the sequence of events is extremely important to establish, because Anvit, like we had seen, there were several discrepancies in that timeline, because the time on the DVR was not right on some of them, is what the Delhi police had claimed, which is why there were discrepancies on when exactly the accident happened, if Nidhi was actually with Anjali or not, because there was a CCTV footage when Nidhi reached her home at a time when she shouldn't have, as per the original timeline. So all of that really is extremely important for the police to fall in line.
It certainly is. See, because police lack evidences in this case. The only witness of the crime so far, as we know and as the police have come out and said, is Nidhi in this case, because the other occupants of the car, they are the suspects in this case. They have been arrested. Their statements, is something police can't go by their version. And Nidhi's version has also been questionable, because she was questioned 2 days later when the incident took place. Incident took place early morning of Sunday. Her statement under 164 CRPC in front of a magistrate was only recorded on Tuesday, and Nidhi has also accepted in a statement, is what the police have told us, that she was drunk at the time and that Anjali and she had been consuming alcohol when they were in that hotel. So how appropriate would it be, and how correctly was she able to recall incidents from a night where she was drunk 2 days later? And therefore, and not just this, but the family of Anjali is also now raising questions on Nidhi's statement. Police have also today again taken her out, and taken police teams were at her house, and they have taken her to join the investigation. So certainly police wants more answers from Nidhi, and because there are discrepancies in her statement, they would certainly want to contradict her with more and more CCTV footages that are surfacing, and more evidences that they are getting now.
Absolutely. Do stay on with me. Siddhant is also joining us live now. Now, Siddhant, there are several twists and turns that this case has taken ever since the investigation progressed. We first knew there were only 5 accused. Then yesterday, the police came out and said that there were 2 more accused, one of whom has been apprehended today. The other one, the hunt is still on. The charge, of course, is tampering with evidence. But now there is another person who can be seen with the 2, Anjali and Nidhi, a few hours before the incident actually transpired on CCTV footage as well. He also perhaps could be a witness to what exactly transpired. So tracking him down and questioning him or recording his statement is also going to be extremely crucial.
Absolutely, Poonam, absolutely, and this is a new character, entry of a new character in this hit and drag case, because till now we were not aware about any such meeting taking place. We were not aware about any such boy, meeting these two girls before the incident. Now, this is perhaps for the first time, and in fact, we are putting out this CCTV for our viewers, where this boy can be seen meeting Anjali and Nidhi, and both of them are clearly visible in the CCTV footage that has been accessed by one of our colleagues. So it is again a clincher evidence in this this entire matter, and as we have been saying, there are multiple CCTV footages. This is one very important footage, and a statement of this boy, this young boy, is very important for the case, because what
Sorry to interrupt you there, Siddhant. Vikram Singh, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, now joins us on the phone line. So thank you so much for speaking with us. There are several twists and turns that this case has taken. There's a lot of emphasis that is being put on the conduct of the Delhi police in the aftermath, not just during what happened on that night, but in the days that followed as far as the investigation is also concerned. The timeline is something that the Delhi police still has not been able to establish, and there is new and new CCTV footages that are now emerging, also perhaps mudding that particular timeline. How do you look at that?
Good afternoon. Yes, this is a very important, crucial and a piece of evidence that this acquaintance and the CCTV footage now, because this acquaintance will hold the key to the entire unfolding of the incident and episode. They seem to have a 30-second and a certain conversation with acquaintance, and they seem to be in a hurry and rushing in south. So what transpired among the three is of critical importance in investigation, and that is where the Delhi police need to go ahead. It has been wonderful if this package surfaced and already on the police. If he has not gone, well, I have my own reservations about his conduct. He should have. Now, identify him, trace him down, and subject him to detailed interrogation along with Nidhi also. He needs to be asked who this boy is, and Nidhi's silence about this acquaintance also is very surprising.
Yes, absolutely. And all of that, the Delhi police will have to take into account. Vikram Singh, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18.